What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, today we're talking about Xbox, and it's some really good news for Xbox. Sarah Bond has come out and talked about some commitment to gaming hardware and also software, and then we've also got a bit of a sort of update on the showcase and when that's going to be happening for Xbox. So I'm really excited about that. Let's get into this today. So Xbox has established a team dedicated to game preservation. Sarah Bond also reaffirms Microsoft's commitment to gaming hardware. So to anybody who's worried about there not being another Xbox, this should really put your mind at ease, because this is something where they are literally outright saying they are making another Xbox. Okay, I think they're going to go early for next gen. And get ahead of this whole I think what's going to happen is there could be just getting ahead of ourselves here. We could get a PS5 Pro at the end of this year, and I think in 2026, hopefully GTA 6 is delayed or something to 2026, and then we get a full-blown next-gen Xbox to play GTA 6 truly at 60 FPS. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, Xbox President Sarah Bond has established a new team dedicated to game preservation and backwards compatibility in future hardware. That's according to an internal memo shared by Windows Central, in which Bond also reaffirms Microsoft's commitment to future video game hardware. According to the publication, Microsoft has established the team to ensure the future-proofing of the current Xbox games library against future hardware paradigm shifts. That's very important. So essentially, if there is any hardware, like major hardware changes, like how we went from the like kind of, I'll use PlayStation as an example, PS3 to PS4, where the architecture was so different, that's why you have no like native PS3 games on PlayStation 5. They want to protect against, if there is a major hardware shift or anything like that, the games that we've all purchased in our back catalogs and our libraries are very playable on these new devices. Bond wrote, "We have formed a new team dedicated to game preservation, important to all of us at Xbox and the industry itself. We are building on our strong history of delivering backwards compatibility to our players, and we remain committed to bringing forward the amazing library of Xbox games for future generations of players to enjoy." This should also mean some stuff like how they just boosted old games. Like if you go to play the original Assassin's Creed, you can actually play that at 4K 60 FPS on the Series X. So they are also talking about that stuff, the way they enhance the game. So commenting on future hardware plans, the exec added, "It's been nearly 6 months since we came together as an organization. Our collective achievements in that time frame are tremendous. Everyone should feel incredibly proud of what we've achieved and excited about the opportunities ahead. We are moving full speed ahead on our next generation hardware, focused on delivering the biggest technological leap ever in a generation." So that's great news. They do say this every time, but this is good news because they do normally back it up. There is normally a huge generation of technical leap between systems. This is going to be their biggest ever. The one that I think is the most is probably like the original Xbox to Xbox 360. That was like a huge leap. Hasn't been so big in terms of visuals that we've actually seen on screen. So I'm kind of hoping, I think Xbox is going to literally go all out this time, and they could have a more expensive but extremely powerful system. And I'm just very interested to see how this is going to work with having like PS5 Pro, then the new Xbox, like full Xbox X Gen, and then PlayStation 6. Like I don't know how this is going to work. I'm thinking that Xbox is probably going to go very powerful, or have two SKUs. Maybe like how we've got two SKUs this time with the Series S and the Series X. The lower version might be like the top version that we have now kind of thing, like obviously more powerful than the Series X, but the lower version might be like £450 or dollars or $499, whatever it is in America, and then you might have the one above that at like $600 to $800. I think that SKU at launch would maybe work better than having, I don't know, I think that could counter PS6 as well. So I don't know, but this is all really good stuff. I like all of this. I like how they're talking about game preservation. I like how they've talked to us about we're getting more hardware. Like you don't feel like you're buying all your games on Xbox right now and that those libraries are just gone because there's not going to be another console. They're not supporting backwards compatibility. Like they're outright saying, and this is what I like about Xbox, they are very transparent. They're not like Nintendo where they're trying to hide away the next gen Switch that is literally already being worked on, is literally exists and is being manufactured ready for the end of the year. Not manufactured, but it's being worked on ready for the end of the year, announcements and stuff, or early next year announcements. They're telling us we are doing backwards compatibility, we are pushing this forward, we're keeping all the way we can play all the old Xbox games, and we're building a new console. Like, I like this from Xbox, so I'm really pleased with that. That's really good news. And then we want to talk about the June showcase. Xbox Games Showcase reportedly happening June 9th will feature new Call of Duty, and there's some other games as well. So Xbox's next major digital showcase is apparently just a couple of months away. According to a report from The Verge, the event will take place on June 9th and will feature new entries in the Gears of War and Call of Duty franchises. Now, Gears of War, I am so happy we're finally getting something about these games, because I love the Gears franchise. I don't think it gets the attention it does. I actually prefer, single player wise, I prefer Gears over Halo. That's just my personal opinion. I want to see more. Sorry, I got hay fever, guys. It's that time of the year in the UK where it's getting bad. Additionally, release dates for several games will be announced at the show, including Avowed, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2024. Obviously, we would have had Hellblade by then, which is going to be good. I'm excited for that game. Disappointed it's 30, but understand Unreal Engine 5 is very demanding, and I think there's going to be more 30 FPS games going forward. But again, getting release dates for some of these games is going to be really, really good. As with any rumor, readers are advised to take this with a grain of salt. However, it's worth noting that the date would line up closely with last year's Xbox Game Showcase, which was held on Sunday, June 11th, 2023. Next Call of Duty game. So the rumors is Gulf War, Black Ops Gulf War, which is from Treyarch. I'm a big Call of Duty fan, so I'm very excited for this. According to the report from Inside Gamer, the game will be unveiled prior to the Xbox Showcase in June in some kind of standalone event. That event will feature a deep dive into the game and could offer a glimpse of the campaign. The Summer Games Fest is slated to take place on the June 7th, and the Black Ops Gulf War Showcase is expected to take place at some point before that. Additionally, Insider Gaming claims that the Xbox Showcase in June could reveal plans to bring past Call of Duty games to Xbox Game Pass. Xbox closed its purchase, obviously, of Activision Blizzard last year, but has yet to bring any entries to the subscription service. But what we have seen is stuff like Diablo. They've talked on about how they're going to try and potentially include Blizzard, the PC launcher, into stuff, but we haven't seen Call of Duty yet. So I think this is when we could see a big shift in sales a little bit. If people know, I've got friends who play primarily on PlayStation who play the usual games, FIFA and then Call of Duty. Like, people could save a ton of money every year. Like, if you've got a £70, I'm speaking from UK money, your subscription service is like £120 a year for Game Pass. If you've got a £70 Call of Duty that's your primary game every year, and then you can just play one other game, one other £70 game that comes to Game Pass, like, I don't know, Avowed, then you've literally got your money back just from playing those two games, and that's huge. You got Diablo in there as well. Like, when Call of Duty comes to Game Pass, it is going to be a very, very big deal. I realize this is slightly. I'm going to move this over a little bit because it's a little bit off the screen for you guys, I think. Hopefully that's a bit better. Anyway, let's carry on. So, an uncertain future for Xbox. The Xbox Showcase could be the perfect opportunity for the company to reassure worried fans. They kind of have in the last article we just talked about. Over the last few months, there's been a lot of uncertainty surrounding Xbox brand, as a former Xbox exclusive has been announced for PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. Honestly, on this, I'll touch on it very briefly. I genuinely think the whole gaming industry is shifting. I do genuinely, as much as I prefer Xbox, I'm an Xbox player primarily, I think what they're doing is good, and I think that PlayStation is going to be doing the same thing. If people think the Jim Ryan way is going to be sticking going forward when they're literally changing their presence of PlayStation, they are very stupid. Like, things are going to change. The industry is shifting. They need more money. They're already bringing games to PC. Why not bring it to Xbox? Things are changing. On one hand, this has helped Xbox offset development costs and grow the user base for online games like Sea of Thieves and Grounded, but it's also leading concerns about the future of the brand. If all of Xbox's biggest games can be found on other platforms in the future, there's less incentives to own a Microsoft console. In addition to platforms like, we don't need to read all this. The point is, we're getting showcases. This is good news. I'm excited. And yeah, like Call of Duty coming to Game Pass is going to be a huge deal. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'm very pleased they talked about the next-gen console and the backwards compatibility that they are going to be implementing into stuff. So that's it for today's video. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel, and of course, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.